But then it does make me ask questions for myself, like, do I even want to engage in citational practices with this person when I take so many issues with, if you're living your life a certain way, then do I also have to question the way that you interpret historical data? Do I also have to question the way that you analyze interviews, the way, how you interpret all of these things? And so I wonder what's your take on that?
No, that's real. That last part of the question, like, okay, if this is how you move in the real world, then like, what does that mean to how you relate to your scholarship? No, that's real. I mean, people who are super deep into carceral studies and know the field have commented to me like, wow, it's really interesting the amount of people you don't cite in the book. And so, yeah, no, that definitely influences who I cite and how I cite them for sure. Like I'm trying to cite people who, and I've said this elsewhere, that I tried to create the works cited page as kind of like a map for people who want to learn more. And so I want to direct people to things that that were produced, by people who I think are doing, important work and moving in ways that are ethical. And so, yeah, that's how I decided to do it, for sure. And then in terms of how, you all, I think, part of the title of this episode was combating liberalism, right-wing authoritarianism and liberalism. And, obviously many people watching the show will be familiar with that essay written in 1937 by Mao Zedong, Combat Liberalism. And it's that piece was really influential to me, right? About, this idea of liberalism rejecting ideological struggle and standing for unprincipled peace, right? This idea of not saying, if you have a disagreement with someone, because because maybe you're friends, or because, they have something that you need or whatever. Like, I try not to do that. I try not to say things that I try not to talk about things that I don't know about. If I don't know something, I try to just say that or not say anything. I try to say what I mean, and I try not to let BS slide. That's just how it is with me. And some people dig it, some people don't. But that's just how it is. That's how I try to roll. And like I said, I don't think that this should be celebrated. I think this should be understood as an expectation. Because if it's not an expectation, then what are we doing? If this isn't an expectation, then what are we doing? Like, then it's all BS. If everything we're talking about isn't undergirded by a basic ethics, then we're just doing a whole bunch of BS and wasting our time.